far more epic than I expected it to be. Wow, that was awesome. Win Cam? Looks like no one is in chat yet. That's okay. I'm sure people will show up eventually. That that up a little bit. There we go. Get the game started in the background while we wait for folks. Excuse me. Ooh. There we go. Alright, gonna be doing a new game. I'll play it on normal. We will be doing turn-based mode. I find that is a little easier for me. Hi. For all the snacks we had today, you brought more snacks. All the sugar we
Five
had.
wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, Uamunga, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
You brought a scratch-off ticket?
I bought Powerball, and because when you put the money in, you have to spend it, and it was only $4. I was like, okay, I have $1 scratch-off.
You can get your change back from the front desk people.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, the long one.
You want to get a coin?
I'll go borrow one from Frank.
Okay. I'll go make the paladin that people wanted to see but haven't shown up to see. Hey Daria, how are you? Oh, we have a scratch-off ticket. Hang on. I currently have to do a scratch.
I passed it, and I was like, let me get the full power.
The goldfish. No bubble bonus on one side. I'm gonna try again on the other. It's starting off great. Hydrate. I'll steal her soda. I didn't bring anything to hydrate. I didn't bring anything up. Something to hydrate. Yeah.
Here you go. Anyway,
It's time to end the stream now. Just kidding.
you want me to grab you some water now?
Yeah, would you mind?
Oh, shit.
Because it's always the same thought. What?
Sorry. You overpaid me. Here's some change.
So I always have a drink ready. Reveal a Goldie symbol when a prize comes up. I have to reveal a gold. I don't think I have anything. Oh, I got a goldfish. Hey, we won $1! Woo! We won $1! Woo! That was my scratch-off ticket. Alright, we're making a paladin. But there was a vote also for a monk, and so we're gonna try and make a monk paladin. So we're gonna be a dexterity-based paladin? It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna be an elf. Does that make sense? For the dex bonus. And perception, I guess. Although I could be a godlike. By the way, for those who aren't in the know, this game, if you haven't figured it out, looks very much like like Icewind Dale. Spelunk Moladin. Because this was a love letter to that game series. It re-sparked the RPG games for a while. And Obsidian did a very good job bringing it back, so to speak. Let's see, we can be a wood elf or pale elf. I think we're going to go with pale elf for the elemental endurance. Wood elves have a distance advantage with like bows and stuff, and we're not going that route. We're going to go pale elf for damage reductions on burn and freeze. We're going to start paladin, and then we'll add monk later. I think we'll do like a couple levels paladin, and then we'll add monk. We don't want to be bleak walkers because we don't want to be cruel. But we'll probably go dark cozy.
I did not mean to interrupt you, love, but at your earliest convenience, you want me to... Oh, sorry.
On the TV?
Yeah.
Okay.
Said at your earliest convenience.
Well, I just started streaming, so there's not really an early convenience. Can you entertain for a few minutes? Entertain the folks. Here you go. Oh, I guess you... Oh, you can see the chat. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey. What's up? I don't know how entertaining I could be. I'm not terribly What? 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 Yeah, pretty much. Shane! Can you throw something that isn't gross? Like, apples are a little bit harder, but they taste better. So how's everybody's day going? Oh. Okay. Are you throwing tomatoes at me? You hate me that much? Give you some donut. You want some? You want some donut? Friend? I mean, if you want to carry around tomatoes, who am I to judge? You never know when you have to make an impromptu sauce. You know?
Can't believe I installed this.
The battery?
It's not the batteries. Change them. It's the remote itself is busted.
Forget about it.
The magic disappearing act is pretty entertaining. Were you doing a magic disappearing?
I got to see my head.
Oh. Yeah, let's move it back. Better. Okay. Yeah, you're still going to be kind of occasionally showing up. It's okay. Okay. Darkozi are passionate and clever. The thing about paladins in this game is that you really have to stick to your disposition, right? You gotta do things that are passionate, clever. If you do things that are cruel or stoic, then you lose out on your paladin powers and things of that nature. Oh, I realize the chat is missing. Hold on. So we're just gonna go with these guys. These guys are pretty normal-ish. Yeah, go with that. We can go with Flames of Devotion or Lay on Hands. We are gonna start off with Lay on Hands. But Gwen, why would you do that? Because the inner fire causing their equipped weapons to burst into flames and adding burn damage. If we're gonna be going to Monk later on, we don't have an equipped weapon, and that would be pointless. So Lay on Hands makes sense for heals. This is where it gets tricky. Because I know what we really want is dexterity. I also don't want to sacrifice damage output. So we're gonna do like a 12 in might, bump our action speed and reflexes. Probably to like 18. So we're just fast. Fast as F, boy. Boy. And then I think decent amount into con for health reasons. And this for our concentration to deflection. But I kind of want a little bit more in deflect. So maybe we knock one down on perception. We'll see. We'll see how this works. This is gonna be a little tough because I'm like preparing for another class. I'm gonna base what we pick here kind of on what we add to the side here. So our dex is gonna be Deadfire Archipelago. I can't words. Can you words? Indeed. And I think I'll go Merchant for the lore and mechanics. Mechanics is basically putting locks and stuff like that. It doesn't seem like a big thing that paladins are going to do, but there are moments when you kind of need your main character to do stuff instead of your usual sneaky folks. And I don't even think I get a sneaky folk till much later. So, that's pretty close. We'll change our hair. Yikes. Oof.
Is that like a drow?
Yeah, kind of. They don't have all the problems of the drow. Yeah. Dark green shirt underneath and pants. Black pants. That's fine. Now for their sound. If the motorcycle down the street could shut up.
At least it's not.
Follow me. Let's go.
Easy does it. Hey there. I'll lead the way.
Duh! Shh. I'm here. I'm flattered.
Death to our enemies!
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
Yes?
Leading the way.
Easy now.
I think we go noble.
Easy.
Easy now. Oh wait, I almost gave my real name out. That's silly of me.
Yeah.
But I do that all the time anyway.
I think we did that multiple times.
Yeah, we did. We literally have a theme song with my name in it. The caravan master addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you are planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
If I go fast enough, it doesn't go onto the mic. Go fast.
Yeah, then I end up.
Uh-huh. Oh my god, they're good.
I know.
Oh my god. Can you all see it?
It was the only bad
Oh my
thing.
god.
I was looking for the cinnamon twisty puffs we got. They did not have them. Damn. I saw those.
Bag smells like a fart.
That but also,
It's a delicious fart.
those Stacy pita chips I couldn't find either.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded
There's
Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
I love my wife, y'all. Go ahead.
No, that's fine.
No, it's paused. Go ahead. No. Do your thing. I can wait. Okay.
I have manageable.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be.
Oh, I hate the
There's a
sauce.
stinging beetle around here,
You gotta
carries
do it
it.
again.
You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you
And
don't
this time
drink
bring it
water, of
closer to the
course.
microphone.
Which case you'll be dead in a day.
Everybody will know. I don't think it even picked up. That's the funny part.
It is high pitched.
It is pretty high pitched. Yeah.
You said it so high pitched.
There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry, about the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Yeah. So we start off as being the sick person with poopy pants. Not even joking. Why did that ding and there was nothing that happened? Did I miss something?
Yeah.
That's really weird. Oh man, I screwed up the screen. That's what happened. Oh boy. Oh gosh. Hang on. Things went everywhere and not the places I wanted them to go. There we go.
Yikes, kabibble.
Yikes, kabibble indeed. That's a little better. Sorry about that. Where would I
They
find
grow on a
berries?
bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
Oh, we got like disconnected from the chat for a second. How different is it to Baldur's Gate 1 and 2? So Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 was based off of the D&D God, I can't even remember.
I know.
Like the AD&D, I believe, system. This game has completely its own system. So it's not like that at all, but it isn't D&D. It does not have the Dungeons and Dragons thing to it. This does have the turn-based. I did turn-based. I put turn-based on. However, from a CRPG standpoint, if you don't want to play it with turn-based, you can play it just like the old Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, where you can turn that off and just have it be action system. You know, you can even set it up so it has like certain auto pauses and things of that nature if you want that.
You mean it was like you can basically play it hack and slash style?
Not hack and slash. It was more like point and click active strategy, right? So what would happen with old Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 is you would have your party of characters walk into an area, and if you set it up to pause when an enemy is on screen, you would then say, okay, you attack with this, and you attack with that, and you attack with this, and then you would press play, and they would all kind of interact in that way. The problem that I've always had with that is, well, party damage.
Yeah.
These games are unforgiving when it comes to that. And you waste spells really quickly if you put it on AI systems and things of that nature. So it became a micromanagement nightmare to me that was like so much all the time, every time there was a fight or some sort of action. It's totally fine for some people. And I'm, not going to put anyone down who really enjoys that. I think that's really awesome that you can do that. I can't.
Yeah.
I need the turn base. I need the pausing.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not
Right.
some helpless tenderfoot.
And
Not like most of the
oftentimes I'm
slot.
like, okay, I gotta reread
If you drop
that.
dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep. Kalisha. Kalisha!
As I said, this is gonna feel very much like Icewind Dale. EA for story mode. Here's the thing: this game, story mode difficulty does not feel good. It also has a lot of that problematic issue of like burning through your spells too quickly and things of that nature. You can still die pretty easily on story
No
mode
promises.
in this game. The balance was a little.
What kind of
off
guide says something
on,
like
The
that?
first one, but there was two. There's Pillars of Eternity and Pillars of Eternity 2. The second one does a lot
Kind you can
better
afford.
in terms of balance. So if that's
Don't listen
something
to
you're
her. You're in
interested
good
trying,
hands. And I pay too
Yeah.
well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
I'll have this open in no time. I'll handle this. It's done.
If you do want to play,
Anyone
Pillars
need
of
supplies?
Eternity at all,
I've got sundries for
we might be
sale.
able to add you to the family Steam share.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts
hear
for
you,
the road.
Dario.
Say, is there anything you need? I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of
Oh,
things.
that's right.
Right?
I forgot you're a console
Well, if we win Powerball tonight,
Can't see
if we win, I'm gonna guess it. Look, I'm holding an invisible thing.
you. Yeah, there's a Powerball ticket that doesn't exist. Oh, there it is.
If we win Powerball tonight, I will buy you a brand new computer. Here you go.
That's all you get.
Just a computer
Just that. Yeah, you better make it a good
and
one.
$1 million
No,
worth of games.
no. 1 million pennies.
Okay. Alright, $1 million pennies.
And they're all gonna show up your door. Nobody takes pennies anymore, by the way.
I know.
So they're collector's items.
I know,
you
right?
I'm helping.
Give her $1 million pennies, there'll be one in there worth like $1 billion.
Hey, you never know, but you have to go through all of them.
Uh-huh.
Good luck.
Something else you need? Looks like we're...
Let me look at my stuff here. So, something very important for monks or monk paladins is to get rid of our weapons and just use our fists. We're not going to be doing a whole lot of damage, not in the beginning, but we're going to try.
Oh, you're multi-classing? Oh, jeez.
That's what they wanted. You know, they everyone was like, "Oh, be a monk, be a paladin." I was like,
Something else you
Who
need?
else wanted one?
Looks like...
"You,
Oh, just me. I'm sorry.
literally."
I thought you were gonna go with word whatever.
No. No, we
If I
are.
had known that, I would pick you.
That would have been worse.
Exactly.
All right. I think we'll also add these in. Crazy.
Yes?
I love that when if ever that you gain whatever a lot of money towards, you're just gonna turn into Oprah.
Right,
It's like,
like-
you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a PC, and you.
Everybody gets a new PC. You get a PC. You get a PC. You want a laptop? You get a laptop.
Not looking forward to trying to lift
I
that
swear
thing
to
tomorrow.
God.
Can I have a Mac? No, you cannot.
I don't give a shit. I'll give you the money to get what you want.
No, we're taking that money away from you to get him back.
But
Not unless you're an artist. If you're an artist and you want a Mac, then fine. All right.
fine. But honestly, like, when I come into money, the goal is to give. I'm here for a good time. Not
Are you cash?
a woman. Which means,
It's an old fuck.
I mean, tomorrow's promised to nobody. Tomorrow's promised to nobody. So I do agree with that.
I also agree, but my mantra is YOLO.
Yo, yeet.
No, not yeet. We are not
This is
yeeting
recent.
ourselves.
I am eating myself
Not good.
off that cliff. I'm the fool.
Okay. You probably shouldn't be eating yourself. What's up, 80s, 90s nostalgia gamer?
AKA Nikki.
Nikki the coolest, Nikki the sweetest, Nikki the weirdest. Okay, not that last part, but I was just trying to come up with a theme song for you.
Weird is good.
Weird is good, but like you don't want to be weirdest. You know what I mean? Like
I
weird.
did it.
Hmm.
Can I be the weirdest?
Yeah. Okay. You're already the weirdest.
Oh yeah, brother. Bring the crap.
Okay. I'm not much woke up from a nap.
Nappy nap.
Yeah, we're all
Let's
pretty
check by
weird.
those
But do you
outcroppings.
want to be weirdest? I feel like if you were weirdest, that turns people away. You know what I mean? Well,
Just because.
if you're handing out PCs, I've got my eye on one from Cherry Cheese. It has a warp core and parse. Oh dang. Well, yeah. I mean, if we
Onward!
end up getting crazy amounts of money.
I don't even know how much the Powerball is. I didn't even check. I was just like,
It's gotta be millions.
Yeah. Because I walked by and it said tonight. And I was like, oh, okay. Something just told me to buy a few tickets.
Onward! What you need?
Yeah. Hey, I got your mom.
Oh,
Her prayers are pretty strong.
they are.
Hmm?
I can smell them.
Yes?
I don't know how they can smell so awful.
This is it.
I mean, that's part.
Give me that spring berry that makes a shh.
$4, $5 below.
Sorry, your head just randomly showed up. It's just your foot. Yo, I am so tired. We did Instacart today, and ended up in Jersey,
That was fun.
and then we came back and we did a second order, and it turned into like from 30 items to like 80 items while we were shopping.
It's okay. The lady was super pregnant and already had like several children. So it's like I get why she didn't want to go
But it
shopping.
makes my back hurt.
I know.
And that is not fair. My back.
But I get why like she would want to go shopping. She was like 6 months, 7.
But she could have put the whole order in.
She probably didn't think of it because of her maybe. And then she's knocked up again. I was like, from the amount of toys in that house, I would say she had.
Got me fully starting your future Minecraft project. Sweet.
I felt bad for her future. So I forgave her for last minute, very heavy additions of copious amounts of juice.
Yeah.
Lots of juice.
It was a
like,
lot of
shit.
juice.
She wanted like 4 of those Amazon like gallons, and then she wanted like 4 boxes of juicy juice, 2 cases of water.
Alright.
Yes?
Since we were talking about other things, the short of it is I just talked to them about my backstory being a merchant and how she has a sister in town that is preggers, and there's something kind of like weird happening in town where basically people, children are being born without a soul, and then people are just kind of killing the kids because not great. Not great. Not ideal. And so she's coming into town to like check on her sister and see how she's doing and see if she can help in some way. So that's Kalisha's backstory. My backstory is just a.
What a
No,
surprise.
not-
Sparkle
don't
went
do
hunting.
that.
At least he left
They
the
have
water
a hard enough
skins.
time as it is.
Come on.
Kids without soul. You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kalisha waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. Out of the trees emerges Sparkle, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim blue light. He no longer carries his bow, and there's a strangeness to his gait, his stride wobbly as he moves towards you with labored breath.
Sparkle? Are you all right?
Sparkle,
Oh,
yes, I've said it 4 times.
I don't know why. I don't know why I couldn't hear the after.
Sparkle's toe catches on a rock and he collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag.
Ambush!
25 stream streak. Thank you very much for hanging out with us for so long. That is impressive. Cheers to you. I'll cheers with my dubby. Would you get it out of my face?
I'm trying to find
Yeah, but you're like right.
You want some? Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go. I just have to give you a face for a second here. Yep. There it is. I can make you a floating head. Dance. Oh, okay. Actually, no. Can we? I'm sorry. My back has really been hurting from.
Can we dance in the chair?
We're gonna chair dance. I don't have a stuffy. I don't have a stuffy.
You have Bulbasaur.
Oh, I have Bulbasaur. Oh shoot! Oh, thank you for the bits. That's super nice of you.
What's the bit make?
That's every 800 bits is $1.
Oh. Fancy.
Thank you. I apologize. I know that was not as exciting as my usual dancing.
I worked her hard today.
But, yeah, my back does not feel good after lifting waters and stuff. It's been funky since, doing the lawn. And it just hasn't really gotten better. I was hoping I'd be better by tomorrow, but we'll see. Yeah, I messed up our little setup here. I'm sorry. You worked really hard at putting all those things together, and then you're like, oh, just dance with the thing. Oh, never mind. What is that?
Oh, chat.
Why is Instacart plugging you right
It's
now?
not on, but it might mean somebody took this one or something. Find out.
Oh, it was a victory dance for the streak. Yeah, that's fantastic. That is a good reason to do.
That's 1447.
Oh, shoot! That's a decent tip.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you. After Quartz wins the lottery, can buy you a robot spine replacement. Just the hips. Just the hips, babe. Honestly, there's a different surgery that I would like, but but we might add in a hip replacement. You know, for funsies.
For fun.
Yes?
So as of right now, we earn $60.64
What you need?
Off of one person or for the whole day?
for the whole day. And we work 3 hours, so that's $20 an hour.
Well, okay, $20 an hour minus gas and snacks. So, what was gas and snacks?
I put $20 in the bank.
What you need?
Okay, so 60 down to 40.
Yeah.
Okay. And snacks.
Yes?
Because, like,
So we made $20 today.
fine.
You see what I mean? Like, we have to be more prepared about the stuff that we have at home
Attack!
and bring that along, and then come up with this other stuff. Now, y'all are probably going, man, y'all seem super weak. The answer is we are at the moment, because we're trying to multi-class somebody who isn't for punching yet, and also I'm sick in the game. That my character is sick, so I'm doing 0.4 and 0.3 damage at a time, like barely a full point of damage. You know?
What you need?
Yeah, that's true. We don't have Ripper Dog.
Remember you're like, right here, is that where it hurt?
What are you talking about?
Remember you said you had a bump?
It was my knee.
Oh, but it looks almost like
Do I have a bump on my elbow now
looks
too?
like it's pulled back. After your finger.
Guys, how do I look at my elbow?
That is your finger.
I mean, I am leaning on stuff. Maybe
What you need?
that's what it is. Best
Yeah,
viewers. I sure do love me some bots.
Yes?
Mod, if you would. Mod, please.
What you need?
Yes?
Attack!
Hmm?
Punch, 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 punch.
Yes?
What you need?
Okay.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
Okay. So. Right here.
Yeah. You don't have mod tours? You are on mod view. Huh.
Right up here.
I don't know. David, if you have any ability to do that, for whatever reason, Quartz does not have her mod abilities at the moment. It doesn't make sense because you guys are both same level. If I'm not mistaken.
I'm onward!
What you need?
Alright, thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure why she doesn't have mod abilities. We'll have to figure that out. Yeah, she's got a mod view, but she can't do anything? It doesn't make sense. Posture check. Okay, I'm checking it. He is posture. Mind posturing.
Check it.
1, 2.
Forth to battle! Ugh.
That I laid hands on myself.
What you need?
And a little weird, right? You're allowed to say it. I'm also laying hands on these guys, but a little differently, you know?
Thank you.
Whoa!
Attack!
Posture's still bad. Yep.
Ugh.
Very much.
Pretty much, yeah. Welcome to Gamer Posture Land. We don't give up on our posture. It gives up on us.
It's true.
Attack!
What you need?
These are gonna be the slowest fights.
I'm
really
here.
sorry, y'all. I'm gonna take forever.
Onward! Ah!
I'm doing like 1 to 2 damage at a clip.
Couple of them?
Onward! Ugh.
That's fine.
Ugh. I'm here.
What you need?
Yes?
What you need?
Yes? Onward!
I'm a
I'm
paladin of fisticuffs. One of the things we have now is a bow. We actually are going to be equipping the bow. But Gwen, that's not fisticuffs. I know, but hear me out. We kind of need it for a story plot point thing. It's not a big thing, but it kind of helps. Also, we're gonna drink a beer. Oh wait, that's the wrong person. We need to drink. Damage reduction.
Yes?
In a beer.
Yes?
All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed with and bug-eyed and filthy. Felicia puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and set and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Hayden, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. Okay. I'm gonna ask why. Actually, I'm unarmed. He shoves Hayden towards you. As he does so, the man rakes his blade against Hayden's torso. Hayden screams and stumbles forward, a wide gash in his clothing, beginning to bloom crimson. The man sets his feet to engage you, his axe raised high. Whoops. Run over. Punch him.
How can I help?
Hayden, if you could just blind this guy. Thanks. Great.
What you need?
Alicia, you could just knock this guy over.
Attack!
What you need?
Weirdly, they were a pushover compared to these other people. I'm gonna lay hands on you.
Forth to battle!
What you need?
I'm here. Attack!
How can I help?
What you need?
Yes?
Nope, we're gonna switch to the bow. Again, just for the...
Forth to battle!
What you need?
I'm
and you'll
here.
see my reasons in a moment. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible breath. Beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good. Good, the gods are just. Queer smile crosses his face. I'm gay. Ready. Sorry, I read queer. Yeah. The wind begins to swell. Excuse me. Whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces, you feel it as though it is rending you apart from within. seated against a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, flashed across chest and bowel. Odima's body stirs, and with great effort, he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Thankfully, that was voiced. This is Buick. Not a Buick, beep beep, but a Buick. Whooshy whoosh. No, it's a spirit-rending storm.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like wild magic. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the warm folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Theoden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who had been feigning death lunges for Theoden and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Theoden lashes out against his fatigued assailant and struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. From your position, you would have a good chance at hitting your mark. We could try for a dexterity 15 or just fire at the attacker. Let's grab a rock and hurl it. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Theoden loose. Lurching to his feet, Theoden clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it, securing his other hand. You pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. A little awkward writing. They hold just long enough for Theoden to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There is a deep resonance in the swelling of the hill. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight.
My.
Woo!
Was that?
A Buick. Had to be.
Not Buick, a Buick. Well, it's spelled a little different. B-I-A-W-A. Buick.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside. Can you walk?
Aiden's jaw tightens. He nods.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
I love how you're doing all this while really sick.
Yeah. Well, my characters. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, like, that's...
Alright. So what happened out there? Windstorm. Of a kind they only get in Ein Glanfath. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glanfathan word is Beod. To them, it's the gods' way of reaping souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out. But they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead. Still got yours? Alright, let's get going. Aiden takes a step forward and his knee buckles. Before anyone can catch him, he stumbles to the ground, his cheek striking the time-worn cobbles. On unsteady legs, he claws his way up the wall and back to his feet. But his stance is shaky, like a sailor walking on land after a time at sea.
Could we maybe stay here and rest a few hours? I've lost some blood. It seems quiet off to the left. Might be a place to rest there.
I hate to say this, but we can't afford to stay put. Those Glanfathans were riled about something. Could be we got company in here. Looters will be armed and ready to kill, and there's probably a lot of them. We can't be caught sleeping in their beds.
Please, I just need to lie down for a while. Then we can move as fast as you want.
Maybe you didn't hear me. We are gonna die in here if we don't get moving and get this place figured out before the looters come back. We've either gotta find the exit or a damn good place to hide.
I think she's right. We have to press on.
I'll do my best.
Yes?
Wonder who was here. See if they left anything useful behind.
Of course they did. Everything. Okay. We're gonna go back into our inventory real quick. Swap back to hands only. I'm a monk, not a I don't know, what's the opposite of a monk? Wait, no, I'm a paladin. Shit. And then she's gonna get one of these. And I guess one of these. Other. Yes. I can go with that.
The better part of
Those
valor.
tiles look suspicious. Let's
a
be
look.
careful.
Oh, trap. So many traps.
Wait. Do you hear that? Stay quiet. Charge!
How can I help?
What you need?
That was a skull dip.
That looks weak. Could be a shortcut.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I know how to get through this place pretty easily because I've played this game many times in the beginning. I didn't get very... Well, I got okayishly far. We're gonna give Skulder meat to the creature. And, it's gonna trade me his spear for it. I'm very hungry. Not that we need a spear, but it's just kind of nice that we eat the little guy, you know? It feels good. Feels good. Actually, we can make her a spear welder. Welder? Wielder? Welder. Wielder. Wielder? Wielder? Wielder.
That roundish symbol. I'm pretty sure I saw it on one of the tiles back there.
Hmm?
Wait a minute. Well, why did you light all those up? Well, because what that does is it makes it less trappy down here. But that's not all we're doing. We also collected a cool little jewel thing that we
What you
need to stick in an eyeball.
I'm here.
Might be going, what do you mean, Glenn? Why would you stick that in an eyeball? Whose eyeball would you stick it into? I'll tell you in a minute. After we punch these goos.
Charge!
Goo.
How can I help?
Shoot the goo.
Yeah!
Thanks, buddy.
What you need?
I need you to stab the goo. Good job. I'm gonna punch the goo.
Charge!
How can I help?
Again. Stabbing the goo.
It's no use!
Oh. I'll try again.
I'm here.
Onward! What you need?
Yes?
How can I help?
Kitty?
Attack!
How can I help?
You can stab the other goo now. Thanks, bud.
Yes?
Stabbed the goose.
I'm here. I shall.
Now
Where'd that
here
slime come from?
is a gross, a viscous slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. You washed off with the water skin. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the details of his head, from the tight curls of the hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase a remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty. A gem, not a gym. There's no Planet Fitness. Fills the other. To replace the gem that we collected in the eye socket, the chamber begins to rumble, stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. Ta-da! Oh look,
Yes.
more ooze, my favorite. Punchy punchy.
How can I help? Yeah!
What you need?
I'm here.
How can I help?
I'm here. Charge!
How can I help?
What you need?
I'm here.
I think they must have added a new noise for her. I don't remember her ever doing that. Okay, we did all of that for a cloak of protection
I shall.
to make my character even tankier. Oh my goodness. I don't think I take damage at this early level. I have damage reduction ridiculous.
Yes?
Can I get, 2 damage? No. But I can't really be hurt very much. Alright, we're gonna have Hayden clear up some of the traps, just for the extra experience points. Oops. I kind of thought we would have seen them.
Stay quiet.
They'll never know I'm here.
I must love those cats.
Somebody made a thread. Made a van.
Oh my god. Oh my god. They actually did. Holy cow,
I
they did a
shall.
great job.
Fresh air in here. I think we found an exit. Sounds like the storm path, too.
Attack!
Hydrate. Alright.
Charge!
How can I help?
If I'm up.
What you need?
I'm here. Yes?
I do appreciate that my friends are looking out for my hydration. Hydration with Debbie.
I could scout ahead, see what's around the corner.
More Scully boys.
How can I help?
What you need?
I'm here.
Attack!
How can I help?
What you need?
Don't worry, y'all. We're almost out of the tutorial stuff. I promise. I think that's all the enemies. We're gonna be able to take out 4 experience points. This is very much like old school D&D stuff, where you're kind of making sure you take
The
down
better
as much
part
as you
of
can to
valor.
get the next level. There's kind of an auto level, if you will, automatic level
Attack!
for getting to the next section. But this just makes
How can I help?
get you further than that.
What you need?
I'm here.
Charge!
Switch to laser.
What you need?
Can't hold out.
Forth to battle!
How can I help?
Yes?
What you need?
I'm here.
Alright, what's a monk without a funny but useless hat? I sure as heck don't know. Get that funny but useless hat. Oh, parrots! Oh, they're so beautiful.
It was like drowning, and she rescued it.
Oh my gosh, they're so.
And they raised
beautiful.
it from a baby. It was a baby.
Aw.
Didn't even have all its feathers yet.
Alright, big story plot point here. Older robed man. 4 figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in the midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick gray beard frames a otherwise robed because he just got out of the bath. A face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with runic language, unlike anything you've ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet, and the air is still. Then all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision, and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black, unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with Adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of Adra pierces the floor from below, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you've just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions. Pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered, or... At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard in ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried, while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. But then you wake up. You awaken to find your malaise has broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that doesn't subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you see no sign of whatever it was. Probably just the mouse that keeps running across our floor. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary, paranoid tic. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Theoden and Kalisha lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Vale might be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. And we also level up. We're going to take all its gear. Also. Actually, this goes in, that goes in. Everything else can go in the bucket. Yes, we did strip them naked. We're going to get our next level up. Let's see. We're going to put points into survival, because that gives us bonuses whenever we camp. And at the very least, a little damage reduction is very helpful. We're also going to put things, I think, into both athletics and lore. Athletics, because you get basically a second wind with athletics, which gives us more endurance, which is our health bar. And lore lets me read and activate scrolls of a higher level. So as paladin, I can use paladin scrolls and cleric spells, as long as I have the right lore level. I think that's good there. I have a point left. We'll put 1 point into mechanic. Actually, you know what? We'll just let it carry over to the next level. Here's the thing. We can continue on with our class skills or talents in Paladin with greater lay on hands, do something for our faith and conviction stuff, deep faith, etc. But what I'd like to do early as I can, I think, is this novice suffering. Yeah, this the character has learned a portion of the intense pain tolerance and spiritual power that monks possess. Their unarmed attacks do increase damage and gain power as they advance. Note: the novice's suffering does not apply to a druid's shapeshift form. That's why shapeshift wasn't going to work with us. So this adds additional 5.3 unarmed damage, and unfortunately a +0 unarmed accuracy. But that should increase with level as we go. This allows us to actually hit something for damage. We will go probably back to paladin stuff on the next level, but right now we kind of need to survive on our own, so we're going to do a little extra damage with our fisticuffs. That's all we're getting on that level. Kinda lame. But we are going to take a camping break here. Get our little damage reduction bonus from that. Take a little napsy and do this weird Audra thingy. Go. Now I don't have that sick anymore, and my character should be doing quite a bit better. We're doing 10 to 12 crushing damage with our fisticuffs. Our accuracy is still kind of meh at 28, but we can improve that over time. I think we have to add... Yeah, we're going to have to put some points into perception, or get things to help with this perception at some point for a better accuracy. So we missed that. And so far, so good. We have the punch-drunk paladin. We did have a beer earlier. I am breaking down these bodies for vessel flesh. There's certain things you collect in this game that lets you like upgrade different things. It's a little confusing in the first game. We did a better job of it in the second one. But you'll see what I mean. Okay. Off to the Vale Wood. Here's a bear battle that we could attempt, but I won't do it by myself. I'll have to come back to this area. But yeah, we could potentially fight a bear. We could fight a bear barehanded. Bear. Ghost guy. I don't want. There's this cave right here. It does have a very angry bear. Oops. We're not gonna go there. We're gonna punch some of these weird little guys though.
Onward!
Hopefully, see better damage. There we go. Can they hurt us? 0.6. Not really. 1 damage. 2 damage.
Onward!
Remember, we're playing on normal, so these guys are supposed to be doing quite a bit more. Ooh, they pushed through, I think. Oh, it's because I'm flanked. And now I can get a little bit more hurt.
Yes?
Light on. Actually, no, we'll win.
Onward!
We knocked him down.
I'm here. Yes?
Onward! Charge! Charge! Charge!
Oh, they finally hit me
Yes.
for 9.
Attack! Attack!
I'm pretty consistent with my damage though, so I'm not too afraid.
Yes?
Onward!
I'm here.
Go. Collect all the stuff. Okay. As a monk, I believe it's okay
Let's keep
for us to
quiet.
have a quarterstaff, not just be punching. However, if you feel that that is incorrect, you are welcome to tell me. But I feel like quarterstaff is a pretty classic maneuver here.
Yes?
Attack!
Yes? I'm here.
Onward!
Yes? Hmm? Indeed.
More ghosties everywhere. Whew. Excuse me. So, when this game came out, I was enthralled because I enjoyed Icewind Dale, but I was not very good at it. And I liked Baldur's Gate, but I was not very good at it. And I wanted to play a D&D style game that incorporated the stuff that was, you know, those past games. It didn't feel like a slog to get through, didn't feel like too old, you know? I hate to say that about those games, but they are old.
Hmm?
Onward!
And when this came out, I was so super hyped for it. And, you know, when I was playing it without the turn-based mode, I just... it was so hard for me to play. And they didn't come out with turn-based mode until, like, last week. So this is all brand new with the turn-based stuff. So, if you are interested in playing it, it's it's worth going back and playing it, because they
I'm
didn't
here.
build it
Onward!
for turn-based, they built it for action CRPG. It does have a weirdly high amount of requirement for graphics.
I'm here.
I think because a lot of the effects and things that go on, when it comes to like the magic and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Attack!
But I'm not entirely certain. It could also be the number of enemies that can be on screen. You know, again, I'm
Yes.
Onward!
not super certain on that. But it is pretty cool.
I'm here. Hmm? Let's keep quiet.
Oops. Can't do anything with that yet. Okay, this does not double that.
Greetings.
This man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky movement. He looks up at you as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says a little breathless. On your way south, is it? You look to be a long way from home, meaning no offense. Not sure what brought you down here, but it's no place to go wandering alone. He wipes his brow, turning to face you. The sooner you're clear of the woods, the better, I think. Our caravan was attacked. I've been trying to get to Gilded Vale. Hard luck, and I'm sorry to hear it. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the Vale if you keep to the road. And you haven't far to walk. You want to keep clear of this place after that. We were attacked north of here. Me and a friend of mine. We came out here to hunt some deer. Came upon a bear instead. Great monstrous thing, and Hurley, he didn't make it. He shakes his head. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Who are you? Name's Nanton, born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since. His face twists. Luckier than Hurley, I suppose. What happened to your friend? We didn't see it coming. Nanton's voice shakes a little as he speaks. We were following a stag. Hurley, he saw something in the brambles, and we went tearing off after it. We all but stumbled into the cave. Poor Hurley didn't stand a chance. The bear was on top of him before we knew what was happening. Beasts will take what they will, I suppose. And this time Galawain's favor fell upon the bear. Where'd you find the bear? In a cave, a ways up that way. I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It was a great brute of a beast. I hate to hear that it took another life. Alright, see you later. Now to Gilded Vale. Little bit of stretching in my life. Alright, the creepiest part of this game. Here we go. Well, maybe not the creepiest, but the first time something creepy.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
He glances at the gnarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him. And if you can't see it, there's dead bodies being hung from the tree. Are you mad? No wonder this place looks half empty. The only answer you hear is the buzzing of flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever conceived a Hollowborn child?
What are you talking about?
An infant born without a soul, of course. Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly towards the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
I've been feeling a little strange ever since a close call with Buick. There's maybe somebody in town who could help.
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
I don't know if it has caffeine.
It doesn't. It says decaffeinated, and I just put a couple spoons in. Cute. The 3 spoons. That's decaffeinated.
Good?
Yeah.
Good.
He's like, it's too strong. I said, no. I always put 2-3 bags in my gallon.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Alright. Later, dude.
Keep out of...
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last. 3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed. 3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Wrath must be doubled. So does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest. The inn. Or a stable, for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. Alright. Bye. And go to the inn. Ayless. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggests an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
Hey, what's going on? One of the other men points to the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused, mocking us even while he shelters in our village. Just goes to show you what these fancy Aedir manners are worth. We don't take that kind of treatment, not from foreigners, especially not from Aedir.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Why, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
That's where you're wrong.
Back down, all of you. This is absurd. No one gives us orders, foreigner. They squint at you through red, bleary eyes. It sounds suspiciously like you're defending.
Yes?
Well, just run up to this angry townsman and turn them into mincemeat with a stick. I don't know how that works. How do we... Hey, Lop, do your thing. Okay. And then I'll just, Oh! Another mincemeat. Okay. As the last of the attackers falls, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation. Courtesy is a rare pleasure in these parts, though your accent suggests that you are no more local than I.
He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvisor, at your service.
How did you manage to get stuck out here? He laughs uncomfortably. That is something of a long story.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Aedir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I am grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some ruins.
In Gwythan Ruins? Well, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
I'd be a whip.
And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
I should get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
Sure, that's good.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Now we have a wizard.
I'm here.
I like that he says he's tired of the lumpy beds. And the thing that I need to do in this game at this particular point is to go to the inn and sleep at the inn.
Good day,
Sleep
stranger.
at the lumpy beds. I'd like a room, please.
What's your lumpiest bed?
Take the common room for 0 copper, please. Stuck here. I got caught snacking. Your sleep is restless and fevered. assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourselves in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman, whose face has shriveled inward like moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly, her head snaps up, and her eyes open, and they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air, she speaks a word. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with a new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Alright. So normally you would get a level up after that, but I guess we didn't do enough stuff. Alof is one of my favorite little guys. Magic is a little different in this game. It's entirely based off of your grimoire. And things like Wizard's Gambit and what have you, you can turn off and turn on levels for things. But one of the things you can do, I believe, is with scrolls. You can pay a certain amount to actually have it inscribed into... Or no, it's when you find somebody else's grimoire, you can pay a certain price in order to learn that spell from the book, and then you can use it in your regular grimoire. Or you can just carry around a bunch of grimoires and like swap them out when you need certain spells. I find funny.
I'll see what I can do.
I'll handle this. It's done.
This hound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear a particular sound. He looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail wagging slightly. I pet the dog. The dog's tail thumps happily against the floorboards. It's important.
Petting all the dogs, yeah.
Well, if I talk to the innkeeper first, you can find out why the dog is sitting there, and then like the history of the inn, and then you can take the dog with you. So then you can have a little traveling companion. Pets do nothing in this game, but in the next game, you can have all sorts of different pets that help you in different ways. Lots of different cats. There is an undead cat in this one. Only one way to get the undead cat, and it's not a great way. You have to be basically a bad person.
Gotta kill it?
I mean, you have to befriend an evil animancer, and then she's like, oh, you can just have it. Because she's been reanimating the dead, and that was her practice.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, that cat was not taken very good care of. But another important thing is we give Ayla the funniest the funniest of floppy cats. It's important because now he looks bald.
You kind of have to give the serious looking characters the silliest costume.
Yes, absolutely. It is a necessity.
Right.
I must have Floppy Pac-Man theme series. But I really like Aelith. If you couldn't tell, Aelith basically has a split personality thing going on, but it's actually twin souls.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of one of the reasons I like them is because I kind of feel like a weird connection to that. The split personality on there. I'm gonna get my next favorite character, Adir. There's gonna be a little bit of plot, and then I think we're gonna call it for the night because I am incredibly tired. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bow that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings. There is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. We reach out. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out towards the hanging woman, receiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog. Her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear, or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I, wherever here may be.
How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face, as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there. You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
What's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on, some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either living or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
What did you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks.
You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
Alright.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Have now been granted Crucible of the Soul. Aleph looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seemed lost just now. I'm a watcher. His arched eyebrows recede into his hood. Well, that is interesting. He gives you a sly grin. And I expect that explains how you survived to be awake, In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. You know anything about them? Only that they're rare and that seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions. He coughs, as you just demonstrated. Let's continue on. And then we're going to talk to Adair.
Sip.
The smell of pipe smoke, at once earthy and sweet, winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with straw-colored hair leaning against a mossy rock wall, his pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. Oh, shit. He looks you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smile.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
I'm sorry?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
What the hell are you talking about?
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Aleph frowns. Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Adair. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What makes you think I was interested in that dwarf woman? Oh, damn it. He looks at you a moment. His brow arched, his smirk broadens.
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
That's impossible. I don't drool half as much. Huh? So you're already familiar. Still, you'll have to forgive my curiosity. Round here we prefer to turn a blind eye to our dead. Do you know what a watcher is?
Careful, friend. Best not use that word round here. Could be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
None taken. Good. They don't mean it personal when they hang folks here. I have to remind myself.
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
What does your town have against you?
Pick the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
That was fun. Unfortunately, those last, minute and a half was somebody else doing the talking, so I got out of it. If you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? Drinking, mostly. But in fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured out where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Waidwin's legacy started with Waidwin. We could travel together. Where are you headed? There's some place called Cadnua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help.
I seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason if I ever heard one.
All right, then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
All right, my friend, let's get going. All right, so now we have a fighter in our little group. Adir is a very good fighter. And we have a level up. We're gonna hop into our little level up here. We're gonna continue down our paths like I mentioned before. As you can see, as we advance in these different levels, they get more expensive to level up. Alright, now we have another paladin ability we can choose from. We can go into Flames of Devotion for, putting flames on the bow staff if we want. However, if we are going to go back to our fists at some point, we're probably going to just more focus on one of these Zealous things. Let's see. This increase is an aura that increases accuracy and turns grazes converted to hits. This aura increases move speed and defense when disengaging. And this aura increases damage reduction, and 15% of incoming hits converts to grazes. Sounds like I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think it was Matt Mercer. In this case, I think what we want to do is increase our accuracy. That's going to be helpful specifically for us, as well as the others in our group in the melee zone. Because if we go back to our fisticuffs and look at our character sheet, now that it was like 28 before, it's now a 31. So 31% of our hits are going to hit which is pretty darn good. So we're going to be doing a lot more damage simply by being accurate now, especially when we turn it on. When we turn it on, now at 37, so we've added that additional 6, so 37 from the time we hit. We have high initiative. We're doing pretty good.
How may I help?
Alof does get a level up as well. His stuff tends to be more in lore and mechanics. I'm gonna give him a point in stealth, because sometimes he has to be behind people. He's got a lot of different options for spells. In fact, we can even continue taking level 1 spells instead of jumping into level 2. But I do like to have my level 2 spells when he gets them. We're gonna go with Necrotic Lance, and it's a good damage spell, doing 46 to 60 damage, with 48 damage over time per turn. And I believe Merciless Gaze? No. I don't think. No. I think we'll do Mirrored Image. This increases his deflection by 25, so if anybody tries to get close, we can use that as a means of defense. And sometimes I go Ray of Fire, because again, more damagey stuff. Actually, with turn-based, I think that might actually be a better idea. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that. We'll do Ray of Fire. Because then I can be better at aiming with turn-based mode. Okay. We have some solid damage coming out of friend here.
Hey.
And Adir is a deer. He has, was it Fighting Spirit? No. He adopts a more conservative combat strategy, concentrating on locking down enemies that stray too close. Basically, he has the ability to kind of take on 2 guys in order to keep them in a certain location so that other people can do attacks and stuff. Which I thought was
I'm
pretty cool.
here.
But this is where we're gonna kind of pause for the night. We'll give a little zoom in on our cool little characters and our piggy. I'm tired. My brain is tired. My back hurts. I would like to be done, but I hope you guys enjoyed. This is just the start of this. I don't know if we're going to continue doing this every Monday. That might turn into the Baldur's Gate thing with Quartz. But I wanted to share this because this is like I said, this is a love letter to Icewind Dale and the older games, and I know a lot of you folks out there really enjoy those older titles. And I think this would be something that y'all would really like. A very long game, and I do plan to play it on my own at some point. You know, if not Mondays. But yeah, no, I think you guys would very much enjoy playing it on your end if you ever feel like playing an RPG. I'm sorry, my brain is. I'm rumbling. Rumbling.
You're a rumbling rambler.
I'm a rumbling rambler. Thank you for hanging out tonight. I'm sorry, I'm a little I'm a little mucky. And we're gonna go